Throughout anime history there have been plenty of scumbag characters. Characters who are just such big perverts, or characters who are such aggressive douchebags that it's a wonder what their purpose is other than to annoy the other characters in the series. As most of you know, normally I can't stand these kinds of characters, and I'd say I'd made that pretty obvious in the past.
I'll say you have.
However, today I'm going to be talking about a very special kind of scumbag character. The kind of character who you know is a scumbag, but there's just something so lovable and charming about them that you just plain can't stay mad at them even if they are a scumbag.
Kind of like you in a way then.
The kind of characters that, while they can do some pretty low things at times, you can't help but just love them. So today I give you KHF's top 10 most lovable scumbags. Alright, to kick things off at number 10, it's Shiro Isumi from Lucky Star. While, yes, he is a lousy, perverted scumbag with a Lolita complex, there's just something about the guy that you just can't stay mad at. Maybe it's the way that, for all his flaws, he does show that he genuinely does really care for Konata, and he did really love Kanata before she died. Although, he could pick a better way to express that love. Saying to his daughter that when he hugs her it feels just like when he used to hug her mother is just... yeah. At first you might find him to be a bit... much, but there are plenty of times throughout his brief appearances in the series that his better nature does shine through, and he does show that he's not all bad. And hey, he also shows that even geeks can find love and start a family. Number 9 is a character whose better nature isn't actually shown until the second season of the series that he's in, but it is there. While Toshiya Hamaguchi might have been nothing more than just one of Suguru's perverted friends in Mahoramatic Season 1, in Season 2 we do actually see a better side to him as he begins a relationship with Minawa. Let's face it, Mahoramatic Season 2 is only mediocre at best. It's nowhere near as good as Season 1, but one of the positive things about it was actually the relationship between Hamaguchi and Minawa. It really brought out a different side in the kid, and we actually saw him grow into a decent person. Even though I never really cared much for Minawa, their relationship did always bring a smile to my face, and it's a real shame that it didn't really go anywhere. Although, then again, nothing really went anywhere in Mahoramatic Season 2. But that's not for discussion here. The point is, while Hamaguchi might be a scumbag in Season 1 of Mahoramatic, in Season 2 we really see him grow up a bit and he becomes a better person. So, I can forgive him for his behaviour in Season 1. Alright, some of you might disagree with me with number 8, but just hear me out, okay? Okay, Roy Mustang from Fullmetal Alchemist might be a badass, but he is a known womanizer. It's shown many times throughout the series that he is a huge player. And heck, in one episode somebody even calls out to him, "Hey, give me back my girlfriend!" And I know I don't need to remind anybody of the famous tiny miniskirts line. However, Mustang is just so charming, it's just impossible to stay mad at him. We often see that, despite his serious nature, he does have a silly side to him, and he's actually involved in some of the most hilarious moments of the original anime. He may be a womanizer and a bit of a douchebag, but it's just really hard not to love Mustang. He's a guy you just can't stay mad at, plain and simple. For number 7, it's the delinquent gone good Kenji Harima from School Rumble. Now, I have stated in the past that most of the male cast of School Rumble were complete and total scumbags. However, the main man Harima is one of the few that actually does show his better nature. Alright, the guy's a bit on the aggressive side, and some of his antics will leave you just saying, "Really, Harima? Really?" But he is a good person. He's not exactly a gentleman, but he is still leagues above the pervert parade at his school. He's shown on several occasions that unlike those other scumbags, he actually respects women and doesn't see them as objects. Sure, his pursuits of Tenma can be quite, well, questionable and idiotic at times, but Harima has shown on many occasions, especially in Season 1, that he really, truly is a good person. Though personally I think Harima can do much, much better than that little witch.
How is Tenma a witch?
It doesn't matter, Emma. My hatred of her isn't the topic here. Anyway, Harima may be a bit of a thug, but he does show that he really truly is a good person, really. Number 6 is the bandit-killing sorceress herself, Lina Inverse from Slayers. Lina's greed is completely beyond belief. She makes Laughley's look like the most giving person ever. She never does anything for free. She'll only help somebody out if she's gonna get something out of it. It doesn't matter if a freaking dragon is destroying everything around her. If you're not gonna pay her, then she's not gonna do a thing about it. On top of that, she acts completely reckless and puts several innocent lives in danger with some of the spells she casts. But you can't help but just love Lina. There's just something so likeable about her childish and upbeat nature. Though she might have a greedy nature for small-scale threats, she has shown that she does have a good sense of right and wrong, and when the chips are down and the world's a serious threat, she will get her act together and she will step in and do something about it. She's also such a little badass that you just can't help but love her. Yeah, she's greedy, but she's just so cute about it that you can't stay mad at her. Time for number 5, the sleeper on the list. Now, while I don't really find Hachimaki to be a huge scumbag, he can be a horse's behind at times. The guy's got a serious attitude problem and has no sense of class. Heck, he turns into a downright douchebag towards the end of the series. But at the same time, Hachi really does have some absolutely great moments that show that deep down he truly is a good guy. Once you get past his rough exterior, you can see that he really is a decent person and he can be very compassionate when he wants to be. Besides, him becoming a total douchebag towards the end of the series actually does lend itself to one of the many themes and messages that his series has, in this case being, don't become so blinded in pursuing your dreams that you shut everything else out. And in any case, he does come to his senses again at the end of the series. Normally, I don't like the loud, overly aggressive douchebag characters, but Hachi really is a great guy once you can get past that side of him. Number 4 is another perverted twat who actually does turn into a great guy once he falls in love. Hyosuke Magamo is one of the best developed minor characters in Please Teacher. While at first he does come off as a loud, arrogant, perverted meathead, when he begins his relationship with Kaede, we see a complete turnaround in him. Heck, he and Kaede actually have an amazing, serious and touching scene that really shows a different side to him. If I'm completely honest, I actually thought he and Kaede were a much better couple than Kei and Mizuho. Yeah, I said it! As we see the two of them together, we actually see that he does really care for her. Hyosuke might come off as a loud, perverted idiot, but he's a guy you know will have your back, and he'll just bring a smile to your face as you watch Please Teacher. My number 3 entrant is the ever-shady Itsuki Koizumi. This guy always seems like he's got something to hide, and it never feels like he's telling the complete truth all of the time. It feels like while he may act like the friendliest guy ever, you'd want to keep one eye on him at all times. But despite this, you can't help but smile at Koizumi, even if he is shady. He's just got such a charm about him that it makes it really difficult to dislike him. Maybe it's in the way that he likes to screw with Kyone's head all the time, which leads to him getting really frustrated with him. It's just so much fun watching the two of them interact. And as the series goes on, we do see that there are some deeper levels to him, such as implications that he's actually in love with Haruhi Suzumiya, and that he hates Mikuru Asahina. Koizumi's like that one guy you hope is at a party so you can chat to him and have a laugh with him, but you wouldn't want to hang out with him anywhere else. Well, for number 2, there are 2 characters here. Huh. Okay. But the reason for that is that the antics which make them come off as scumbags, they perform as a duo. Now, if you want to know just how mischievous Kaoru and Hikaru Hitachiin from Oran High School Host Club are, you need only ask Tamaki. Oh, those twins are the shadiest scumbags ever! How can they put my precious daughter through those horrible things? I don't even know why you're including them on this list, KHF. There's nothing lovable about them. They're nothing but shady idiots who want nothing more than to— Okay, Tamaki, that's enough. But I have so much more to say on those shady twins. Yeah, we've all heard your ramblings about them before. Just go back to your commoner coffee. Anyway, while the two of them are a bit shady and do like to act flirtatious towards Haruhi Fujioka in order to get under Tomoki's skin, those idiots! There's just something so likeable about their cheeky nature. Yeah, they like their practical jokes and they like to wind up Tomoki, but we see that they are good people, really. They both care very deeply about their friends, especially Haruhi, because they've only had each other for so long that they don't want to lose the people that they've let in. I mean, sure, they like to fool around a lot, their relationship is a little bit questionable, and they can be a bit standoffish at times, but the truth is, the twins are probably two of the best mates you could ask for. That's not true! Shut up! And finally, a guy who by all means should have been somebody that I absolutely loathed. A character who has so many traits that I normally hate, but yet I just can't bring myself to say that I hate him. A guy who I actually did find myself saying, well, he's such a scumbag, but it's really hard not to love him as I watched the series that he's in. And that is Shigure Sohma from Fruits Basket. Let's be honest here, Shigure is a scumbag. He's a perverted, insensitive, smug, childish, shady arsehole. But yet, there's just something so charming about the guy that it's really hard not to like him. Maybe it's in the way he knows how to manipulate Kyo and Yuki into doing things. Maybe it's in his relationship with Ayami and Hattori. Maybe it's in his cheerful and carefree attitude. But whatever it is, there's just something so likeable about Shigure. It's almost impossible not to like him. You just can't help but smile whenever he's speaking. During the series he said some perverted things that would normally tick me off, but instead I found myself thinking, why don't I hate you? It was actually frustrating me, the fact that I couldn't bring myself to hate him. Figure that one out.
You truly are an idiot.
Shigure might be a bit of a dog, but he'll bring a smile to your face, I guarantee that. You just can't help but laugh at the way he gets under Kyo and Yuki's skin, or the way he drives his editor insane. There's never been a more lovable scumbag than Shigure Sohma. You'll want to hate him, but you'll find that you just can't because the guy's just so charming. Just go ahead and try. You can't help but love this guy. Anyway, those are just some characters that, for all their flaws, I just can't bring myself to say that I hate them. They just make it so hard to hate them.
I'd say it's the same for you, but actually you make it very easy for me to hate you.
Oh, shut up, Emma. While yes, he is a lousy, perverted... At first you might find him to be a bit... much, but there are plenty of times during his brief appearances on the series that his better nature does shine through, and we do see that he is he's something. And hey, he also while Toshiya Hamaguchi might have just been nothing more than one of Suguru's The point is, while Hamaguchi might come off as a lousy scumbag in Season 1 of Mahoramatic, in Season 2 we really see him begin to grow up and become a... However, Mustang is just so... Now, I have said in the past that most of the male cast of School Rumble are complete and total scumbags. However, the main man Harima does show... Now, I've said in the past that most of the male cast of School Rumble are complete and total scumbags, but the main man Harima is one of the few that actually does show his Now, I have commented in the past that most of the male cast of School Rumble are complete and total scumbags, but Harima is one of the few that actually show Now, I have stated in the past that most of the male cast of School Rumble were complete and total scumbags. However, the main man Harima is actually one of the few that does show his better side. Oh gosh, have to reword that because better side sounds a bit sexual. While she does have a really greedy nature for small threats... Though she might have a greedy nature for small threats, she does show that she does have a good sense of right and wrong, and when the chips are down and the world is in serious danger, she will get her act together and something. Though she does have a greedy nature for small-scale Though she might have a greedy nature for small-scale threats, she does show that she does really... stop saying really. In any case, while the two of them are a little shady and do act they act a bit flirtatious towards Haruhi Fujioka. Anyway, while the two of them are a bit shady and do like to act... I mean, yeah, they like their practical jokes and they like to wind Tamaki up, but we see that at the end of the day...